Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Geek Dad Reports, Comics You Crave. I'm Brian West.
I'm Ryan Thomason.
And tonight we had the opportunity to review a very special comic, a comic that was referred to us, something that we wouldn't maybe have naturally caught on our own. And we saw the cover art, and we decided that we had to check it out. We are going to be reviewing tonight Vengeance, Nevada. Look at that artwork.
Look at that sweet-ass cover, I gotta say.
See Ryan's face. Let me turn the brightness down here. Boom! Look at that. I can really see Ryan's face. All right,
oh, you see my reflection. My
damn
reflection's
stupid glass iPads.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I said, we got referred. Somebody referred us to this comic and said, "You guys should check this out." And so we pulled it open, saw the artwork, and we decided to give this thing a look-see. It's an independent comic published by, written and published by. Let's see here, B.J. Mendelson.
Hopefully you said that right, BJ.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I said that right. Now, we can get to the...
Yeah, so the cover art is by Isidore Coliveras.
There's zero chance you said that right.
Doing a show at butchering last names.
Zero chance you said that right. I think I'm gonna go with Isidore Coliveras. So you let us know which one is closer if you are listening.
Not the closest. We always the other one a beer.
Yeah.
And then the art and the letters are by Piotr Czaplarski, and thanks for the phonetics on that one. And the story and the characters are obviously by B.J. Mendelson.
So like we said, this is a self-published comic. This is not by one of the big publishers you've heard of. I believe BJ is doing this all on his own. And honestly, that right there by itself is impressive because nowadays it is hard to do anything on your own. So kudos to you, BJ, for getting this thing out there. And that being said, this is a fairly impressive comic book, to be honest with you, especially considering it's just an independent comic written by a single person.
Yeah, and you can get it for $2.99 right now on Comixology. It actually makes me want to renew my Comixology account and figure out my old password stuff.
You are the worst. Whatever. You know what? We'll have a link. We will have a link in our video if you guys are interested in buying this later. You can click on it and get a copy. But Vengeance, Nevada. Let's talk about this. So first off, let's
unpack this.
All right, let's do it. So first off, God, I can't see. It's black and white. All right, it's not going to play well on my iPad here. It's a black and white comic, which I was not expecting, given the cover that we saw. It was so bold and vibrant. I started reading it, and the first thing I thought of was like, okay, maybe it's got like a little bit of a Walking Dead vibe to it. They use splashes of color early on that really kind of grabbed my attention that I really liked. It really points out features. Like it shows us one of the opening pages, a lady, a cop is walking around, and she's kind of got this like robot voice, but she's got these blue eyes that change color throughout the comic book, and she's talking like in a third person, almost robot voice, and they accent that with the color. And I thought they used and throughout the comic they actually use color very loosely, but when they do, it is to emphasize a major point of this comic, which I've never seen anybody do before, and I really, really liked it.
Well, that's what I was thinking. At first I was like, oh, cool, just black and white and grays. I was like, I like those kind of comics. And like you said,
there, black and white with a little splash of color.
That thing was pretty wicked when he showed the full. Yeah, look at that.
What is that? I read the comic and I still have no idea what this is. This is kind of death, maybe?
Yeah. So it's we're still trying to wrap our minds around it. I think this is definitely a comic that you got to read at least twice because, like, the first time I read it through, I had a lot of questions in the back of my head as to where the jumping point was. Like, if I missed something, that was kind of like a lead into it.
Yeah, this is definitely a comic. Vengeance is definitely a comic that there's not really a jumping off point that you're like, oh, okay, I feel grounded. It just throws you into it, and it just asks you to accept it.
Just run with it.
And continue, right? This is a comic that I almost wish we would have just, gotten a series of them, maybe 3 or 4 of them. Because honestly, halfway through reading it, I had to go back to the beginning and start again because I thought I'd missed something.
Yes.
There's a whole opening scene. Basically, what this comic is, if you are interested in knowing, I'm not really sure what it's about, to be honest with you, quite yet. I've read the entire thing twice now, and I'm still not 100% sure.
Basically, it's a sci-fi horror comic based in the West.
What I can tell you is it follows a cop who's more than a cop, who is fighting some kind of an ancient race of demon angels who also could be death. And
gives her a fucking rad sword.
And she might have been involved in a robbery, or maybe it was just somebody who looked like her who was involved in a robbery with people that she knows. But
it doesn't matter because it's still so freaking intriguing that I have to like keep reading it. There's a lot of comics that at that point I would have given up on it.
Yes.
But I kept reading as I got all the way through. I was like, God damn, I'm going to read this again.
It's honestly
I want the goddamn second issue.
It's honestly just batshit crazy enough that I'm just like, okay, I got to know what's next. There's a little bit of a lost element to this, right? Where you're like, I'm not really sure what I'm watching or reading, but I kind of want to know what it's about, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, the characters, to your point, this, you know, I won't surprise who this is, because it definitely tells who this is, and it leads into our hero becoming kind of the hero. I'm guessing the hero that she's gonna be throughout this series. But you're looking at like the art is amazing. The design of these characters is really cool, and there's like at the end you meet some other superhero team that has like a giant gorilla as part of the team and a four-armed lady.
It's like I think it was a detective gorilla.
It's a detective and a gorilla and a four-armed lady that I believe spoke Hebrew. So I don't really know what this is about. It's been a long time since I've read a comic, like I said, twice, and I got to the end of it and I was like, I think I know less now than when I started reading the comic. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's very intriguing.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's hard to say because I'm so intrigued. I'm jumping on board this train.
Yes.
You know, I'm definitely investing myself in this comic because even though I'm still trying to figure out the first issue, it's just going to take me a little bit of time to process it. I have to read the next couple of issues, and usually I'll more leaning to waiting for like a trade to come out or something like that. But this is the comic that I think I'm just going to invest in every single issue because I want to know what's going on, and even though it's like how we've been talking, that
but here's some more of the color spread. So like they use, I know it's hard to show on my iPad because of the washout, but like it's black and white, and it's a better black and white than what you get in the Walking Dead. It's very well drawn. I very much like the style of drawing that they've done here.
I love the artwork. The artwork is really. And like you said, when they do add the color, it adds a whole nother dimension to the comic that I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, so is there significance to the color? Like, is there a reason, like, why this character is in color?
It really makes you want to go back and read it again to see if you missed something. And it's been a while since I've read a comic like that.
I'm probably going to read it one more time before I go to bed. God damn it. I mean, and it's good. I'm not reading it because I'm upset. I'm reading it because I want to absorb like what's going on. So
yeah, no, it's definitely one that, like you said, I am very much looking forward to. I think we got a little bit late start on this. I believe it started coming out last November. So the good news for us is I believe there's a few more issues available on Comixology right now. So this may be something we revisit and let you guys know kind of where we're at with the first collected trade because if you don't like your comics a little bit confusing, if you like a narrative. Right, like to the point, exactly where you're going. This might not be the comic for you, but if you enjoy a good mystery box, which is very much what this seems like it's going to be, with a lot of maybe religious, sci-fi, and fantastic elements into it, I think you might want to check this comic out because I'm very much intrigued by this thing. It's been a while since I've been this like, ooh, I got to know what's going on here.
Yeah, it definitely gives you that like, ooh, I want to know more. It's like the Starship Troopers when you got the button on the bottom and said, "Would you like to know more?"
Would you like to know more?
I'm hammering on that button.
We would definitely like to know more. And I'd like to say, BJ Mendelson, good job, man. And do you have anything else out? I kind of want to read more comics by you, to be honest with you.
I want to kind of see. I also I'm going to look into the artist because I really like the art that he's done.
Definitely.
So I kind of want to see what other comics that he's worked on. So if anything, I think we got a new. At least we found a new writer, and I found a new artist that I really like. So
yeah, definitely. So I think me and Ryan are pretty much unanimous in this one. We definitely recommend Vengeance, Nevada. There's Ryan's reflection. Vengeance, Nevada, #1.
Pick it up, Comixology for $2.99.
$2.99, available now. So check it out. All right, you got anything else to
say? Stay awesome, everybody.
You stole my line. Read comics. Buy comics. Support our show.
Read more comics.
Until next time, everybody, stay awesome.